You know what? As far as this Port Royal thing and the track and all this stuff that y'all keep on complaining about, I didn't really think it was all that damn bad. You PA fans are what I like to call spoiled. You know, you have this great 410 racing scene weekly, and you cry about it most of the time. Something's always wrong. You got this amazing, super late model field and payout, and most of the time, if it ain't a wing 410 sprint car race, you don't even show the hell up. And then Port Royal, had a subpar track for sure in comparison to the amazing tracks that it's produced over the years. Yet, when it's really good, say it's the greatest, and then when it's subpar, it's not the best, it's trashed, it's this, it's that, it's the other. And once again, obviously the track was not where people want it to be, but it wasn't horrible that for the majority of the race, people were able to move around. The whole lineup on the wall where you ripped the fence wasn't necessarily a predominant groove. But at the same time, why are y'all bitching so crazily like it's the end of the world? I see people losing their minds at the Port Royal track. Obviously, Tuscarora 50, big race, and all this, that, and the other. Okay, so, it wasn't trash. It became trash. But where's the respect? Where's the balance? Where's the equality to the situation? Once again, I just think this is PA fans being spoiled. And then there's other situation, honestly, a reflection of the same type. A prominent driver came out and started talking about rules packages and racing being boring. I don't know if that's the case, ladies and gentlemen. If you've looked at some of the main events this year, they've been phenomenal. Some of them haven't. Unfortunately, it seems like, some of our bigger events, Tuscarora 50, Knoxville Nationals, weren't very eventful on the racetrack. But I'll tell you right now, and I think anybody with a brain on their shoulders can agree, the damn race at the King's Royal this year, all week long, every race that hit the damn track, was some of the best damn racing that we've ever seen at Eldora for wing 410 sprint cars. Now, they just had a late model race that some could argue was the best race that they've ever seen. And funny enough, this was being compared to the late model race that we saw at Eldora. Although, that opinion, where was it when the King's Royal, I would say, argumentatively, that the King's Royal sprint car, high limit, whatever, Joker's Jackpot week at Eldora was more action-packed, some of the best sprint car racing we've ever seen, and a better race than the late model race at the World 100, even though we had that fantastic finish with Bobby Pierce and all the things that happened. So, once again, is it people just, being too privileged in their situation? They're not recognizing the great things. They're only focusing on the bad. And I get it, you could focus on the bad, but at the same time, there has to be some balance to the situation. If you're going to judge one bad weekend and say all this stuff and everything, well, you have to equate the good weekends and try to have that level of respect for the reality of the situation. Obviously, rules packages, everybody could always want to change them. Obviously, tracks, everybody wants them to be perfect and better, but it's not always the case. And I think the reactionary mind in these scenarios are very important to understand, partake, and induce into your opinion when you post it online. Obviously, the worst thing to come out of the weekend wasn't the trash track at Eldora or at Port Royal. It was the trash left behind at Eldora. If you haven't seen those images, it's not hard to find. It's on my Facebook page, Long Live the Chaz. We made a post about it. We are planning to potentially go live tonight after Monday Night Football. Let's not talk about football or DraftKings. We've all been losing our money this weekend. We know. But regardless, we're going to be going live later tonight. Maybe y'all will join in. I just felt like some of these things had to be put out there and said because the illogical opinion and status and stature that some people are taking on not just the Port Royal racing surface, but also the racing on the track is just illogical to me. Yes, if you highlighted Knoxville Nationals, you highlighted Tuscarora 50, the racing isn't that great. But once again, if you want to credit the World 100 in their late model race that they just had this last weekend, the sprint car race at Eldora that we had earlier in the year, the racing that happened there was some of the best damn sprint car racing we've ever seen at Eldora. And that's under the current rules package that the sport is currently operating under. Now, there could be reasons for opinions, but that's none of my business. Anyways, we'll be live later tonight. Hopefully you will join. Thanks for tuning in on the TikTok here and wherever this is posted. But long live the Chaz on YouTube, live tonight, post Monday Night Football. Tune in and we will all talk about it. Leave your chat. We'll open up the phone lines and you could call me a damn idiot. See, I don't say those words together. That's your job.